Why should you pay for media content? Because the other option, which is for companies to sell advertising space, is leading us into ever more dystopian places, as marketing works at the speed of light to try and predict and direct your behavior. I was looking at reviews for a game recently, and I was shocked at just how accustomed we've become to getting free stuff. The world offers us arts, entertainment, music, literature, film, and all sorts, but where people are like, yeah, but it's not free, is it? It's not free. People complain about hitting paywalls, being hit with ads, and having to grind in order to complete the levels on their game. I can't say there's anything inherently wrong with enjoying free stuff. I enjoy a lot of free stuff myself, but thinking you're entitled to those things and complaining when you start having to pay for them it feels like the sign of an unwell culture. Ultimately, people work to produce things, and that work needs to be paid for, or it can't continue. And if you feel like you're not persuaded by advertising, and by the way, no one is unpersuaded by advertising, and you're not inclined to pay money for your entertainment, then you're not contributing in any way to its production. And if everyone was like that, then there'd be no way of funding these things, and so things wouldn't get produced in the first place. So you pay with ads or you pay with cash. And ads only work if they eventually get you to buy something. And ads clearly are working to an extent, since our digital environment is awash with ostensibly free stuff. But play this whole thing forward. A consumer sphere completely dominated by ad revenue is something that's going to fatally compromise free speech. It's going to lock you into ever more rigid behavioral patterns, and since the job of detecting those patterns is now given over to artificial intelligence, it removes any kind of ethical regulation from marketing objectives. Now, you might say there was very little regulation there to begin with, and that's a fair point. But now, because the number crunching of our behavior has been given over to AI, we no longer know what it is that we're regulating. Because how we interpret market information and how AI interprets the market information is very, very different. We don't know what kind of story the machine is getting, and yet the machine is guru. Its oracle advertisers default to its guidance, and they do so without access to the true meaning and consequence of that guidance. So there is then potential for society to be deformed in ways that we can't possibly foresee. We can contain this, though. I think we can contain this by scaling back to a cash for services economy, where we stop borrowing from the future, from bankable outcomes, and from predictions, the fulfillment of which demand more and more of our privacy. So pay for stuff. Pay for the things you like, subscribe to the things you like, and remove the incentive for ad revenue, for companies to seek ad revenue. Now, as always, I'm not saying that we should destroy advertising or anything like that. Let's just slow down a bit. Thanks.